Hello बच्चों, let's do question number 5 of exercise 14.1, and today we are solving this question by assumed mean method. And this is the data that has been given. Number of mangoes and number of boxes which we will take as a frequency. Okay, so this is Fi, and first step is to find Xi. And how do we find Xi? We just add the lower limit plus upper limit and then divide them by 2. Okay, for example, if I add 50 plus 52 divided by 2, then I'll get 102 by 2, and which is 51. Okay, so I'm getting 51 here. Similarly, when I add these two and divided them by 2, then I'll get 53 here, 54 here. And when I add both of these, 56 plus 58, and then divide them by 2, then I'll get 57. Okay, and similarly, okay, let us see, when I add lower limit plus upper limit and divide this by 2, then I'll get 120 by 2, which will be equal to 60. Okay, and further, when I add 62 and 64 and then divide them by 2, then I'll get 63. Okay, so now we have calculated Xi. Now let us find out this deviation. Deviation means how much it is deviating from assumed mean. And now the question arises how we will choose our assumed mean. Assumed mean selection will be done by keeping in mind that whatever the term or class mark which is in which will be in the most middle, okay, that will be taken as a assumed mean. Here you can see that two terms from 57 is there upside and two terms downside, so I'm taking 57 as a assumed mean. Okay, you have to just keep in your mind that you have to take the middlemost term. Okay, so now just solve this. Now we are finding di, and how we will find this? Xi minus a. Now Xi for this class is 51 and the assumed mean 57. So 51 minus 57, you'll get minus 6. Similarly, here it is 54. The Xi here is 54 minus assumed mean 57. Assumed mean will remain same throughout this column. Okay, and so you'll get minus 3. Again 57 minus 57, you'll get 0. Next 60 minus 57, you'll get what? 3. And 63 minus will be equal to, okay, this is 6, right? So now let us find out Fi di. Okay, Fi is 15 here, or simply write this all these terms from this. Okay, so I'll add 15, 110, 135, so that you don't get any confusion here, and 25. And now multiply by, in the second column, just write down this frequency. So I'll get minus 6, okay, minus 3, 0, 3, and 6. And now just multiply them, and it will be minus 90, it will be minus 330. Okay, it is simply multiplication, nothing else. This is 0, and it will be 345, and it will be 150. Now find out the summation of Fi di. That means you have to just add all these terms. And how you'll do the addition? Firstly, add negative terms. When I add 90 plus 330, then I'll get minus 420. And when I'm adding these positive terms, then I'll getting 495. Okay, and further solving, I'm getting 75 here. Okay, so I have got summation Fi di, and when you add all these frequencies, that means you have to find out the summation of Fi. Summation of Fi means find the sum of all these frequency, and that will come out to be 400. And now simple, just put in the formula. What is the formula? That will be assumed mean plus summation of Fi di upon summation of Fi. Just put the values. X bar a assumed mean I have taken 57 plus summation Fi di I got 75, and summation Fi it is 400. And further When I further solve this, it is 15, it is 80. Okay, again 3 by 16. Okay, so calculation you can do as per your comfort. So it will 57 plus, when I divide this 3 by 16, then I'm getting 0.18. Okay, so finally 7, I think, 0.187, and when I add this, then I'll get 57.187, or I can also write this as 57.19, because 87 is nearly approximate equal to 9. Okay, so this is the answer. In this way we got the answer for this question number 5. Okay, so let us move towards the question number 6. And question number 6, daily expenditure has been given, and write down the class firstly. I hope that you got it. Daily expenditure has been given. It is 100 to 150. Okay, firstly it is given that 100 to 150, and then it is from 150 to 200. Then it is 200 to 250, then 250 to 300, and final 300 to 350. Okay, now household frequency has been given. It is 4, 5, 12, okay, and 2 and 2. So class interval, when you find the class interval, when you add 150 and 100, you'll get 250, and 250 divided by what? When you divide 250 by 2, then you'll get what? 1. Okay, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and 125, then you are getting 125. Okay, similarly when you add both of these and divide them by 2, you'll get 150 plus 200, you'll get 350 upon 2, you'll get what? 1, 7 and 5. Okay, you are getting ones, because 2 ones are 2, here it is 15, 2 sevens are 14 and 10. Okay, you'll get 175, right? Now 200 and 250, that means 450. When I divide this by 2, then I'll get 2 twos are 4. Okay, 2 twos are 4, 2 twos are 4, and 2 fives are, so I'm getting 225 here. And further 250 plus 300, I'm getting 550 by 2, so 2 twos are 4, 15, 2 sevens are 14, and 275. Now I'm getting 275 here. And next 300 and 650, it will be 300 plus 350. When I'll add these two, I'll get 650 by 2. 2 threes are 6, 2 twos are 4, 2 fives are, okay, so I'm getting 325. Okay, now let us find DI here. And how do we find the DI? What I have asked you to do, simply write the XI firstly. 125, 175, 225, okay, 275. You are getting 5 marks for this simple question. Okay, and assumed mean, but I have said that you have to take the middlemost term. Here you can say that 225 is in the middle list. Okay, so you'll take 125 minus 225. Okay, I think you will get what? 100 minus 100, and 175 minus 225, you'll get what? 225 minus 175, 5, 0, 12, 7, 5, and you'll get 50. Okay, you are getting minus 50. Next, 225 minus 225. What is this 225? 225 is assumed mean. Okay, that's why I'm subtracting this, and I'll get 0 here. And when I subtract 225 from 275, so 5 minus 5, 0, 7 minus 2, 5, and that means 275 minus 225. How much I am getting? Okay, it is 275 minus 225. It's very simple. I am getting 50. Okay, and similarly minus 225, then I am getting 100. Okay, If you want to check whether you have done the correct calculations or not, just see whether you are getting the same negative and positive numbers here or not. Okay, if not, that means there is something wrong. Okay, now let us find out the FIDI straight. Find out the FIDI now. Frequency, just write down the frequency here. Okay, so 4 into DI is minus 100 here, so I'll write minus 400. Okay, again FI is 5 into DI is minus 50, so you'll get 5 5s are 25 minus 250. Okay, for the calculation part I'll be a little bit fast. What is important is that step should be clear in your mind, and step is always already clear, I think. Now next FI. Phi is 12, so I'm taking 12 into DI. DI is 0, so I'm taking 0, so it is 0. Next is FI is 2. You can see that FI is 2, and DI for this is 50, so I'm writing 50, so I'm getting 100. Next is again 2, and DI for this is 100. Okay, DI is 100, so I'm taking 100, so it will be 200. And final step is I have to find the summation of FI DI, and when I do so, here you can see that 400 plus 200, 650. I'm getting minus 650, and 100 plus 200 plus 300. Okay, and so I'm getting the result minus 350 here. So summation of FI DI, I got minus 350. Okay, and summation here already given, FI, that is given 25. Okay, when you add all these, you'll get 25. And now just put in formula. What is the formula? Formula is X bar is equal to A plus summation FI DI upon summation FI. Okay, so assumed mean is 57 here. Okay, not 57, it is assumed mean was what? 225. So 225. And FIDI I got minus 350, so minus 350 upon 25. Okay, so further when I solve this, I'll get 225. Okay, I think it will goes with the 70 and 5. Okay, and again it will be 14. Okay, so 225 minus 14 I'm getting, and let's see, 5 minus 4 I'll get 1, and 2 minus 1 I'll get 1, and 2 will remain as it is, so I'm getting 211. So this is the answer. Okay, very simple.